Hey everybody, how's it going? So today I'm going to do another copper round. This one is a Chief Red Cloud 1 ounce copper round. So let's get started. First thing you're going to do is give this thing a good anneal. Okay. I'm just going to half cool this down and I'm going to put it in the pickle. So I cooled this off about halfway in water and then I took it over while it was still fairly hot, dumped it in the pickle, cleaned up all the fire scale. That'll allow us to keep a better eye on things as we're going through the coin making process. So we're going to use a 9/16 punch on this. I want to keep as much of this detail as possible, but keep the band at a reasonable thickness. So I'll put some burr life on my punch, keep it nice and sharp. Tear a couple pieces of paper towel. Put it over the coin. And screw the top down. Then I'm going to take my 2-pound brass hammer and give it a few whacks. Must not be too strong today. As always, wrap my little finger around that punch so it doesn't come flying out. And here we go. There's our centerpiece. And there's our coin with a nice, perfectly centered hole. This is going to make a really cool ring. Got all the chief's face there and his headdress all around that, the outside. I'd like to have this in silver because I think this is going to be really cool. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is deburr, because as our punch goes through here, it leaves a pretty ragged edge, especially on the bottom side away from where the punch goes through. So I just got this new coin holder, which is pretty cool. See how it goes. I've only used it once. Good thing it has a point or a ball on the end of it. Or I probably would have jammed that in my thumb. when you've got a lot of detail like this, it can make it kind of hang as you're turning. Looks like I got a little bit of cut anyway. No biggie. All right, so now it's time to fold this coin. All right, so we'll do the initial folding in this dapping block, and we're going to put the ended face down because we want that on the outside of the ring. All right, so we'll start the fold with this dapping block and a Delrin ball bearing. Delrin is softer than the copper, so it won't damage the detail. Try to get that centered up under the ram as good as we can. Make sure the coin is centered. And now we'll just go fold, start the fold. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, this is going to be nice. Sand it a little bit. Now we'll take a 17-degree reduction die. And we'll complete the fold. We want to make sure we find the right die that will keep the coin up as high in the die as possible. That makes it easier to make sure it's going down straight, just from visual. Okay, we'll start with the stainless steel comb. And then we get it down about halfway. We will switch over to composite. Okay, that looks pretty good. So halfway down. Okay, now we'll go ahead and finish it up with this composite cone. Coin's nice and level in there. Now we'll just take it on down the rest of the way. However, it feels kind of like it needs to be annealed. Yeah, it's not completely folded, so I'm going to anneal this guy. And I'll be right back. All right, so got it annealed again and pickled it. So you just got a little way to go here. It's almost done, but you just take it the rest of the way down. Oh, very soft. Yep. Should have done that before. Seems like the copper always is after the second anneal, after it's been annealed and quenched and annealed a second time, it really gets soft. Yeah, this is going to be a really nice design on this one. Can't wait to see it. Alright, so I decided to skip the ring stretcher, and we're just going to go straight to the Swedish wrap. Straighten these walls up, then reduce it down just a little bit. Okay, that should be good. So this just came out of the annealing, so the metal should be nice and pliable. So I'm going to put this in with the cut side down. And we'll start out with the Ross pusher. Go down nice and slow. Inspect it frequently. Okay, I'll turn this over now. Let it push that tape back up towards the reed. I think we need to rewrap it. All right, we're just going to go little by little. As soon as I start to feel some resistance, I'm going to take it out and turn it over. Okay, looking good. These are starting to straighten up nicely. think I'm going to go ahead and anneal again and rewrap. Alright, so I annealed it again, wrapped it all up, and let's continue. Just going down nice and slow. And keep turning it over. And on my lever wants to keep coming off. Things are looking real nice. Alright, turn it back over. We're almost done with the forging operation. I think this will probably be the last push. Feeling pretty good about this one. Looking pretty good, but it's still a little bit of a hump here. The cut side is just a little bit smaller, so I think I'll use the wall straightening set, and that should lift that up to where it's even, straight across. Alright, so got the wall straightening set out here. This is the base. The cap goes down on that. Then we put the cut side of the ring on the cap. I want to make sure that the hole in the middle is not too big, because we want the ring to rest squarely on the surface. I'll take a little bit of coconut oil, lube it up real nice. Got it on there upside down. I want the cut side up. Now as we drive this cone down through there, we'll just open that cut side up a little bit. It's not going to take too much. Also, we want to make sure that we don't drive it down too far, or it will stretch the ring. We don't want to stretch it because it's already the size that we want. All right, so now I have to go back to a larger cap so that I can push this down through it to remove the cone. There we go. There, that looks real good. Nice and straight. I think part of the reason it looks like it's domed is because there's so much, the detail is pretty deep on this, not deep, but it's pretty thick. So it does make it look a little bit like it's a domed surface, when actually the ring is pretty straight. happy with this one. The face and the headdress. Really very intricate detail. One of the reasons I didn't want to stretch it on the ring stretcher is because I didn't want to stretch all that detail out. I wanted it to keep crisp as possible. And when you stretch, it just dilutes, I guess is the best way to say it, the detail. Right, so it's time to clean this edge up, get it nice and smooth, and then that's about the last thing we need to do before we patina this with liver of sulfur. So let's just go ahead and sand this down. So since I have a lathe now, I took this mandrel and machined it down on the end so I could fit it in my hand tool here, which I think is going to work out a lot better than that old garage sale drill I've been using. I like this much better. Needs a little bit more work on it. Let's take a look at it. Almost there. Yeah, I like this because you can vary the speed much easier than with that drill. That old drill, you couldn't vary the speed at all. So I think I'm going to like this. So you can see what I did here. Just machined this down on the lathe so it'd fit the chuck on that hand tool. That looks pretty good. I think we can go ahead and put it in the liver of sulfur now. Alright, so let's get this pickled. Not pickled, patinaed. So I'm going to drop a few drops. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 4 drops. And I've got some water all heated up here. I'm going to try it this way this time, instead of dropping the drops of liver sulfur into the hot water. Alright, that should be good. Just give it a bit of a stir. Phew! I got these new containers with a sealed lid on them, so I'll drop this down in here. Seal this guy up. Keep that stink in there. Now just leave it in there for about a minute. Alright, I think that's good, so go ahead and get this out of here. Rinse it off good, let it dry. Ooh, nice and dark. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's see if we can knock some of this off the highlights and leave what we want to stay dark in the background. And normally I would powder coat this, but I'm afraid that there's so much detail here that it would be difficult to get the powder coating, you know, off. If this doesn't work, then maybe we'll try it. But this is 600 grit sandpaper. Might want to change to 1000 grit. See how that works. So I decided to go ahead and try this 4/0 steel wool and just try to be selective on what areas I hit. It's starting to look, you know, pretty good. Can you see this? There's the chief's face right there, and all around his headdress. Okay, so I'm polishing this up now. It's polishing up pretty nice. Using, you know, Walmart special polishing cloth. Works pretty good. All right, I think this is pretty much done. I'll have this ring up for sale on my website, southwindcoinrings.com. In a couple of days it'll be up there, maybe later today or tomorrow. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up. It would help me tremendously, and I'd certainly appreciate it. Alright, have a great day everybody. Catch you next time.